Revenge, the sweetest morsel to the mouth that ever was cooked in hell. All men who have turned out worth anything have had the chief hand in their own education. Oh, what a tangled web we weave, when first we practice to deceive. Love rules the court, the camp, the grove, and men below, and the saints above, for love is heaven, and heaven is love. For he that does good, having the unlimited power to do evil, deserves praise not only for the good which he performs, but for the evil which he forbears. Cats are a mysterious kind of folk. Is death the last sleep? No, it is the last and final awakening. The misery of keeping a dog is his dying so soon. But, to be sure, if he lived for 50 years and then died, what would become of me? Many a law, many a commandment have I broken, but my word never. Each age has deemed the newborn year the fittest time for festal cheer. We are like the herb which flourisheth most when trampled upon. Fight on, brave knights. Man dies, but glory lives. Fight on, death is better than defeat. Fight on, brave knights. For bright eyes behold your deeds. I have heard men talk about the blessings of freedom, he said to himself, but I wish any wise man would teach me what use to make of it now that I have it. Silence, maiden, thy tongue outruns thy discretion. I envy thee not thy faith, which is ever in thy mouth but never in thy heart nor in thy practice. A lawyer without history or literature is a mechanic, a mere working mason. If he possesses some knowledge of these, he may venture to call himself an architect. We shall never learn to feel and respect our real calling and destiny, unless we have taught ourselves to consider everything as moonshine, compared with the education of the heart. Will future ages believe that such stupid bigotry ever existed? It was woman that taught me cruelty, and on woman therefore I have exercised it. Breathes there the man with soul so dead, who never to himself hath said, this is my own, my native land. Love will subsist on wonderfully little hope but not altogether without it. Come he slow or come he fast it is but death that comes at last. Heap on more wood. The wind is chill, but let it whistle as it will keep our Christmas merry still. Blessed be his name, who hath appointed the quiet night to follow the busy day, and the calm sleep to refresh the wearied limbs and to compose the troubled spirit. One crowded hour of glorious life is worth an age without a name. Wounds sustained for the sake of conscience carry their own balsam with the blow. Success or failure in business is caused more by the mental attitude even than by mental capacities. I will tear this folly from my heart, though every fiber bleed as I rend it away. And please return it. You may think this a strange request, but I find that although my friends are poor arithmeticians, they are nearly all of them good bookkeepers. One or two of these scoundrel statesmen should be shot once a year, just to keep the others on their good behavior. I have sought but a kindred spirit to share it, and I have found such in thee. When true friends meet in adverse hour, 'tis like a sunbeam through a shower. A watery way an instant seen, the darkly closing clouds between. In the wide pile, by others heeded not, hers was one sacred solitary spot, whose gloomy aisles and bending shelves contain for moral hunger food, and cures for moral pain. My hope, my heaven, my trust must be, my gentle guide, in following thee. The wretch, concentred all in self, living, shall forfeit fair renown, and, doubly dying, shall go down to the vile dust from whence he sprung, unwept, unhonored, and unsung. Sir Walter Scott, 1771–1832. The lovers of the chase say that the hare feels more agony during the pursuit of the greyhounds, than when she is struggling in their fangs. No word of commiseration can make a burden feel one feather's weight lighter to the slave who must carry it. A Christmas gambol oft could cheer the poor man's heart through half the year. He that climbs the tall tree has won right to the fruit, he that leaps the wide gulf should prevail in his suit. Oh, the tangled web we weave, when first we practice to deceive. 1 hour of life, crowded to the full with glorious action, and filled with noble risks, is worth whole years of those mean observances of paltry decorum. How nearly can what we most despise and hate, approach in outward manner to that which we most venerate? Certainly, quoth Athelstane, women are the least to be trusted of all animals, monks and abbots excepted. There is no better antidote against entertaining too high an opinion of others than having an excellent one of ourselves at the very same time. Discretion is the perfection of reason, and a guide to us in all the duties of life. To all, to each, a fair good night, and pleasing dreams, and slumbers light. I forgive you, Sir Knight, said Rowena, as a Christian. That means, said Wamba, that she does not forgive him at all. Rebecca. She who could prefer death to dishonor must have a proud and powerful soul. Now, it is well known, that a man may with more impunity be guilty of an actual breach either of real good breeding or of good morals, than appear ignorant of the most minute point of fashionable etiquette. And my father, oh, my father! Evil is it with his daughter, when his grey hairs are not remembered because of the golden locks of youth. He that does good, having the unlimited power to do evil, deserves praise not only for the good which he performs, but for the evil which he forbears. Thy resolution may fluctuate on the wild and changeful billows of human opinion, but mine is anchored on the rock of ages. The schoolmaster is termed, classically, ludi magister, because he deprives boys of their play. He that is without name, without friend, without coin, without country, is still at least a man, and he that has all these is no more. Thou and I are but the blind instruments of some irresistible fatality, that hurries us along, like ships driving before the storm, which are dashed against each other, and so perish. I will but confess the sins of my green cloak to my grey friar's frock, and all shall be well again. Teach you children poetry, it opens the mind, lends grace to wisdom and makes the heroic virtues hereditary. Which quotation do you like the most? Don't forget to subscribe.